And we're back from our 5-minute break. And we were at Tinsy?
No, I went.
Tinsy. Okay, okay. Um, so, uh, end of round. Dante Sanctuary has 5 rounds left. Bless has 4. Time now is 10:02. First up is Asher and Company.
Um, yeah, we'll just head on back to our spots.
Okay.
Settling in to continue our guard shift. But I think I've accomplished everything I want to.
And Dante and Company.
Yeah, he's going to do the same thing.
Alright. Shandrak.
Yeah, so most of my people will be staying out here for the guard shift. But Chandrak is going to come back into the tower and say to Dante, you've been starting to come into your own as a spell slinger. You think you might want to start do you want to look at some of my spells? And what kind of spells do you have? I might be interested in doing some trading with you.
I'm well up for that. I doubt if I have many spells that you desire, but I'm sure we could come to an agreement.
All right. And sorry, how do I add my spell books onto the trade list? I forgot how you get the link to work.
There's a handout. Magic item tracking? No, that's not it.
Yeah, inner party
Sphere
spells,
Star.
right?
Where is it? PC Party Upkeep?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
inner
where I see it.
party spells for trade. And you can see all players have access to edit that.
Okay.
And then it looks like there's one on there called Best of Shandrak, but it's not linked. You have to put brackets. You have to put brackets around.
The brackets.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, that's interesting. So, Best of Shandrak linked, but my new one didn't link for some reason.
Just try deleting one of the brackets and... Or possibly that's not what it's called. You might be extra space in there or something.
Oh, yep. Not perfectly case sensitive. There it is.
Yeah, you had an extra space in it.
Yeah. Right. Could you add your... Yeah?
Yeah, sorry. How did you add your character and then your spellbook?
Say again?
How did you add your character and then your spellbook to the list?
Oh, so with this handout, what you would do is you would click on, it says put the name of your book in brackets under your name, and the DM will make it readable by all players. And in order to create a new space for your name, you would go into edit and then put your cursor into, like, say the bottom spaces where there's either the Shandrak space or the name of his books. You put your cursor in there, and there's a tool. There's a tool up above that shows a downward pointing arrow with a grid. And what that means is the downward arrow means it will add another line to the grid at the bottom.
Right.
And then from there, you would add your name in brackets in the left side. And on the right side, any of your magic books that you're willing to, like, let people read in brackets. And it's case sensitive and space sensitive and all that. So it has to be exactly the name of your book in order for the link to work. And once you do that, I will give permission for people to read your book.
All right. Okay.
So in players' journals, it'll say all players, and that will allow you to read the dead book. Okay. So the High Cleric, Man Scorpion's Traveling Spellbook, Squad Spellcaster, Man Scorpion, all players. Best of Shandrak. Putting in all players now. How to get around the primes. All players. Mysteries of the wider worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And all players. And then Cameron Glore has Chronicle of Sylvan Arcana. All players have access to that. Tome of the Wood.
Yeah.
All players have access. And Anatar has Mundus Compendium, which is he's borrowing it from Shannon's character. What was his name?
Calamar?
Calamar, yeah.
I didn't realize that. Probably better give it back eventually.
So all players have access to that. And Grimoire of the Way, Volume 2. All players have access to that. And Grimoire of the Way, Volume 1. All players have access to that one, too.
Does that work? What I've done?
No. You're inside Shandrak's space. You have to add another bracket down below. So it will look like...
Ed row below.
it
Right.
will look like... this. So now you should be able to see the next line in the grid. You can add your character's name in there.
No, I can't see that.
Don't save, just cancel, and then reopen it, and you'll see it.
No. Yeah, that's done it.
So you see the new line in the able now.
Yeah, that should have done it. Have done it.
And you just have to put, no, you put parentheses, you gotta put brackets. So brackets look like this. So that's all left brackets right there. This is all right brackets. Oh, it won't let me type right bracket in. There. That's a right bracket. This is a left and a right bracket together.
Yeah, you might have got the impression I'm not tech savvy at all. You'd be right.
The bracket key should be next to your backspace, like right below the plus.
Yeah, I've got you.
Okay. Anything else for Shandrak and company?
Nope. Just kind of get my books out to kind of show to Dante.
All right. Tenzi and company.
We're just going to get back to relaxing.
So you see how those. So the first one on left of the D in Dante, that's a bracket. The rest of them are not. You can see how they have a little nipple on them. Those are wavy brackets. That means you are holding shift when you hit the key. As you can see on the keys, there's a wavy bracket and a regular bracket.
Yeah. Too small for me to see everything. Right, okay.
Okay, Tenzi and company. Sorry.
We're done. We're just
Okay.
resting.
All right, so everyone's just kind of going back to their. There you go. See how Dante is now in purple? That means you successfully turned it into a link. And then there's something wrong with the title of your book. So
And make sure it's perfectly spelled exactly the same.
exactly the same as on your actual book, and you can actually copy and paste the name of your book into there, and that will work. Just make sure there's no extra spaces at the beginning or end in between the title and your brackets. And I think you might already have a link to it on your character sheet somewhere. Oh, no, you don't.
Actually, no, it's a different spellbook anyway, so that's fine. Okay.
Okay. So everyone is back to where they're kind of hanging out for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So after a couple hours go by, time now is 12 a.m. September 17th, 11 AE 5. There you go. Dante's lessons in spellcraft and damnation. And -1. Couple hours go by. And okay. Let's see what happens here. Alright, no surprise. So,
Oh, that's 50 lights.
Yeah, I went to its friends.
southwest. Alright. Right at the edge of Varen's light, at about midnight, an ugly head pops into the light of his wings, and it looks like that.
Oh.
Some kind of gargantua. And it looks like it's searching around for food. Its body is like swaying. Kind of searching around.
Does it look vegetarian?
It has mandibles.
Okay.
And they're dripping like a green, juicy kind of fluid.
Cool.
And
Oh no!
Oh.
just then another one. And a third. Kind of pop into the light radius there. Alright, so let's see. Sanctuary is done. This is 2 hours later. So we got Asher, Dante, Shandrak, and Tinsy. So first up is Asher and Company. You can kind of feel the rumble of myriad legs kind of scraping along the ground.
Okay. I wonder if Anatar takes a 5-foot step to one of these murder holes, if he can see out and it's a fireball.
You want to cast Fireball?
I want to know if he has a direct line of sight through one of these murder holes to roughly.
Let's see, Anatar. If he takes a 5-foot step.
Let me remind myself how big this range is. Or how big the AoE is, rather.
So I didn't quite get the dynamic lighting correct. So I'll just kind of move it, put it back, and he should be able to take, yep, okay. And then Control L. So from where he was, it looks like his view was better. Now he's kind of stuck in the wall. Let's see. Control L.
Well, it looks like...
If he takes a 5-foot step north, he can kind of see 2 of them.
Yeah, it looks like if he places it within the light, though, it will get Varen. Okay.
Now he can see Varen when he steps up there. The light is not being agreeable. But I guess his best vantage point is
Yeah, so I guess he'll...
probably right here, where he was
Yeah.
at.
I can't see what he can see. Can you draw an arrow to where that would put it?
So the edge of his light is right here,
Yeah.
and he can see from here to here at the edge of the light there.
Can he see the Varens there as well?
He did when he got closer to the hole.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, so as he kind of takes a 5-foot step and looks to see what's going on, like, yeah, he won't do that.
When he steps here, he can see Varen.
It's like, oh, nope, too close. Yeah, so...
And if he steps here, he can actually see this one down here.
Hmm.
Just barely through the slit, like it's 45 degrees through the murder hole.
Yeah. 60-foot radius, that's very big. Oh no, it's a 20-foot radius. Wait, what is it? Hell is this?
You can roll the template.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I'll show you the stats for the spell.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to take so much time.
That's okay.
Okay, it's just a 20-foot radius. That's not too terrible. So if he did cast it over here... Oh yeah, we should be fine. Alright, yeah, he'll cast it... Yeah, kind of closest to this... Yeah, through that window close to the center, one we talked about, like here-ish.
He doesn't see the center one really. He can see this one from like 2 different murder holes, and then this one
Okay.
when he steps north.
Alright, yeah, let's do it on... Let's do it on this one then. The safest bet.
All right, initiative. And you just rolled the spell template for him, so that's initiative for him.
Cool.
Anyone need multiple attacks?
I can't see Astral. Can you see? Is he like under our heel or something?
Arahil is currently on the GM layer.
Oh, okay. Maybe I deleted him by accident. I'll just drop him.
Yeah, weird. I don't see him either. Okay, anyone need multiples?
But did you
Astral.
come closer? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I put him behind the T-Rex. Never mind.
Looks like Ashril is underneath Musashi right here.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Astral will need 2.
All right. Anyone else? Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
All right. Is anyone still rolling? All right. Here we go. So time now is 12 a.m. September 17th, 11:85. First up is Shandrak.
So Shandrak, he will call out to Ashrael and say, Ashrael, come here again. Sounds like there's something out here. I'll enlarge you. And he'll wait for Ashrael to come within reach.
All right. Brian Druid.
Brian Druid turns and
Oh, I forgot to ask. Did anyone open the door?
looks like the door's already open.
Well, it would have been shut right now.
Okay. Yeah, Asher will speak the word.
Okay.
And then he will use his breath weapon. almost there. Kind of stuck on something. Can't back it up.
It might be like the tower or something. I don't know. I'll move it for
Probably
you.
what it is. Thank you.
So it looks like you get 2 of the like worm-like monsters. They look like
Cool.
giant caterpillars. So that's what they look like. They're about 50 feet long. And
And if you don't mind to send that to the back, I will roll the attack.
yeah, not much of a description, just that it's a larva for something else. Okay. To back right there.
Thank you.
And they'll get a saving throw versus breath weapon. Okay. The one in the middle saved. And the one on the bottom saved, so they take 10 damage. Dante.
Yeah, Dante's not going to do too much. He's just going to wait and see what happens.
All right. Asher.
Okay, Asher. Let's see. She will. Oh. I think from here she might be able to see Varen. Nope, she can't. Asher will walk as far, or then she can see that Varen's casting, and she'll step back a couple, and she'll wait.
Okay. Zalman.
Zalman walks out of the tower to see what's going on, sees these giant caterpillars, and retreats a bit to the corner of the building. He's got to compose himself. Those are some big caterpillars.
Yes.
That'll be it for him.
Tenzi.
Tenzi casts Aid upon Musashi.
Okay. They gain a benefit of the Bless spell, +1 to attack rolls and save throws, and a special bonus of 2 additional hit points for the duration of the spell, which is 11 rounds?
Yep.
Okay. So this is... Tenzi's aid on... Who was it on?
Musashi.
Sashi. And Tenzi gets 200 points.
Okay.
Jim.
Jim is going to out of the tower. And did see that some people were casting in the tower, so he's gonna take the long way around. Or no. Oh, he's gonna come this way. 9, 10, 11. Stand here. So that he'll have a clear line casting at people. Alright, he stopped there. Oh no, wait. Sorry, he rolled movement, so he can go actually further. He'll stop. Here.
Alright, and Musashi.
Help with the 8 spell, Musashi. Oh, Musashi rolled for his Daikyu, so he's going to step up to a murder hole to see where if he can see one.
Oh, he gets 3 shots with his Daikyu.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much I was going to have to move him. It looks like I'm going to have to move him out of the tower to see these. So he'll move to there and fire one. Actually, back up. He's got more movement because he can move full and still shoot half his rate, right? Because he has missile style.
Because he is a specialist and has missile style, he can move full movement and still shoot all 3 shots.
All right, he's going to step to the corner here. Oh, he can't do that. Yeah, I'll just go to here and fire from here.
You're like an excellent shoot and move character. Samurai are phenomenal if they have, if you give them missile style. I also added 2 more turns to the tracker for him.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm going to put one right after Ashriel, and I don't remember what he rolled on initiative, so when we get down there, just remind me to reorder them. Where'd that go? There. And his shot. Did he shoot or no?
I'm shooting. I forgot to do the plus for the bless or 8.
Okay. And it's just
So
to hit,
there it
not
is.
to damage.
Yep.
Shieldless 3 versus AC 6 hits. Which one did you shoot? I think he could only see like 2 of them. Okay, the one in the middle.
Yep.
All right. And it causes 10 damage with your she-pharaoh. Yep. What the hell? Next is Caranglor.
Alright, he'll I can't see what he can see, but he's gonna turn the direction of the murder holes
Yeah.
and take a 5-foot step.
They
I think
took
at the best,
that.
or take a 5-foot step in an Anatar step, a square,
Players
wherever he can get advantage.
used to have that ability to hit Control L whenever they selected a token, and it would
would be
show
cool.
just that character's vision.
I think they turned that back on.
Are
'Cause
you
I just
able?
did it. I just
Oh my
did it for
god,
this session.
yes! You're right!
Really?
Thank you, Tim.
Really? Yeah. So if you click on Caranglor and hit
Yep.
Control L, it will show which ones you can see in your 5-foot steps.
Actually, it looks like
Fi-
without taking a 5-foot step, you can
See the one in the north?
see the one in the middle.
Nope, that's the top one. Wait, actually, you might be right. Yep, just barely. You can see the like tip of its leg right there. Yep.
Lightning bolt his ass.
Lightning bolt. So here is the actual lightning bolt. Spell AoEs. Wizard 3. 10 foot wide or 5 foot wide?
Guess 10-foot wide enough to get to.
Alright.
Yeah.
And for our viewers, normally all these tokens would be animated, but Roll20 is all fucked up right now, so only certain tokens animate and stuff.
I'll write that down. That was Control L.
Yeah, Control
Yeah.
L, and then you should be able to also select the lightning and move it around while in Caranglor's first-person kind of vision there. Should be
Right,
right
so it
outside
looks
the
like
window
he's-
right here.
Like he can
So
start
it just has to be turned
here.
right like that's about parallel.
Right,
Okay.
So he'll start it there.
So it looks like you hit just one of them with that. Go ahead
Yeah.
and roll damage.
Have.
Oh, I didn't scroll all the way down. And I'll give him a saving throw versus spell. They are 17th level, 17 plus warriors. Is there what they're saving as? So they're pretty much saving almost every time. Yep, so that one's saved and takes 15 damage from lightning. And Caranglor gets 150 points divided by his classes
Wait.
for a 3rd level spell. And next up is Anatar.
Alright, he is going to do a fireball. I'm going to drop this AoE and then Control L and move it.
Oh, fireball. Alright, there's your fireball. And for
thank you.
you already have
That's
one. Never mind. So normally for our viewers, this like shows an explosion, like an animated explosion, and it turns into a big ash pile. And I put it underneath the tokens, but it's just not animating. Like
Yeah,
that.
take a-
Now I can put it on the. That's where you wanted it?
Yes, please.
And he gets a saving throw. versus spell. Warrior 17. Success. Takes 18 damage from a 36 damage fireball. And Anatar gets 150 points divided by his classes. And Bombosa. Insects
He
don't
is-
have backbones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, so he will just wait for them to get closer. Yeah, I guess he could get there, but he doesn't really want to be all out there on his own.
Alright. Just gonna wait.
Yeah, he's waiting.
Alright. Varen.
You will turn around and cast Flame Strike.
Flame Strike. That's Priest 4, right?
5.
5. Alright, here's your Flame Strike.
Yeah. I wouldn't get 2 of them. Oh no, it wouldn't because it kind of snapped to the grid. It looks like just 1. Let's... This guy.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta roll. I gotta roll.
And another save versus spell.
Which I have learned they're good at now. Oh, it already did the damage.
You already did?
When I rolled the thing for initiative, it just didn't in the
Oh.
template.
Okay.
So that's full damage is 30.
Okay, so he saves and takes 15.
It's like they're pretty good at spells. Enough with the spells.
Alright, so one of the Gargantua larva kaiju. Sorry, one of the insectoid larva Gargantua, aka kaiju, is going to shoot webbing. So 60 feet wide and 240 feet long. Wait. No. That's for the adult. Why do I have the adult breath weapon on here? It shoots a strand of cocoon silk 60 feet. This silk is extremely strong and sticky, adhering to whatever it hits. With this silken strand, the larva can entangle and immobilize victims. The strand can be severed. Larval insectoid gargantua grows in... Okay. So it's just one single strand of silk. And it's versus AC 10. There it is. Against Brine Druid. Brine Druid is shieldless. I don't understand why his ACs are broken by that, but it manages to crit with an 18. With the silken strand larva, can entangle and immobilize victims. The strand can be severed on 3 ways, with 20 points of damage from an edged weapon. A successful bend bars lift gates roll or by monsters of 10 hit dice or more. Oh, he is 10 hit dice exactly, so he can just break it.
Yeah. And he kind of shakes it off.
Yeah, he just breaks that strand. Okay, next up is Gargamond.
All right. Gargamon's gonna leap onto his dino and try to spur it into action.
Proficiency check, please.
There it is.
Oh. So, Young's just not doing what he's told right now. Ashriel.
Question. Ashwell can become ethereal at will. Could he become ethereal, walk through the wall, and then, as a free action, just end the etherealness?
Yes, because you can automatically dispel any of your spells as a free action at will. But
So,
but he wouldn't be able to attack because he used his innate ability to do that.
Okay, so he won't. Okay, good to know for the future. But yeah, so and next to Shandrak.
And seeing Ashrel come and reach, Shandrak will cast Enlarge on him.
On who now?
On Ashrel.
Okay.
And then he'll use the rest of his movement to fly.
What's the duration of that enlarge?
45 rounds.
Got me use a dot or something to keep track of it.
No, it's on the TOT.
Okay.
Don't need to. And now Ashriel is attacking, right?
Yeah. How tall are they? He's going to fly up to be on top of them.
Well, they are 60 feet long, so probably about, let's see, are they 3 squares wide? Probably 15 feet tall.
Fly up to 20. And with the flaming greatsword in one hand and Nodachi in the other.
Oh yeah. These are regenerating creatures. Yeah. Paint shieldless, -2. Oh, no. You're on his shieldless flank. So you crit him with an 18 versus AC 6, -11 versus AC 6, causing 27 damage.
And with the Nodachi in his left.
And have you guys identified this Nodachi?
Yes, it's a +4.
Okay. He's not proficient, right?
Yeah, he's proficient in all weapons.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So shieldless flank -7 versus AC 6 hits, and you cause 18 more damage. All right, Airdrin.
Airdrin, Gotta do what you gotta do. He's gonna try to take a shot at the northernmost head that he sees. This one. Right in its head. Actually, let me just double check. That's. Okay. Yeah. So that'll be a medium range.
All right, shield list 13 versus AC 6 is a miss.
If I may, Asher has action.
Asher has what?
Has a held action.
Okay.
All right, she is going to go around, take 10 squares to get to the backside here. I know she can't get a backstab, but unless he's smart, will she get a +4 for invisibility?
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, you do. And it's going to be a rear attack as well. Because he does not turn around.
Nice.
You managed to crit him. And you caused 19 damage.
And she'll be visible.
Alright, the larva on top. Is going to... try to shoot... Jim.
Oh.
With silk. Is Jim using shield?
Yes.
Okay. 2 versus AC -3 is gonna be a miss.
We'll check that. I'm almost certain. Yes.
Okay. And the next larva is gonna turn. Whoops, wrong way. And I believe Astral was above.
Yeah.
So it's ass end just moved out of Asher's threatened square.
Okay.
So she gets an attack of opportunity to the rear. And house ruled attacks of opportunity are always to the rear AC. So hit. -8 to AC 6, causing 13 damage. And this one is going to try to shoot. Musashi. And Musashi has shield AC, right?
Yep.
Alright, so 1 versus AC -4 is another miss. And Musashi.
You'll shoot an arrow at the same one.
Alright. It is shieldless, 1 versus AC 6 hits, and you cause 9 damage with your sheaf arrow. And Ashriel's second attack. You're going to have shieldless flank from there. -6 versus AC 6 hits. You cause 24 damage. Go and describe how you take the creature out.
He saw it spitting that stuff towards Musashi, so he just turns around and stabs right down through the middle of this, whatever these pieces are called. And pulls up I-cord dripping off and sizzling on his sword.
Does it curl up into a ball when it dies?
No. The creatures are so big that
Yeah.
they just drop to, they're so heavy.
Yeah.
They can't curl up into a ball. So that was Ashriel. So Musashi's third arrow. I'm assuming you're shooting this one. You there, Michael?
I'm sorry, yeah, the same one. We've been lucky with that one. So.
Okay. Well, it's a different one. The one you just shot is dead now. Alright. This technically would be shieldless flank. So, -11 crits with a roll of 19 against AC 6 and hits, causing 9 damage. With your confirmed crit. And that's the end of the round. So regeneration occurs. You notice that the two creatures regenerate a little bit. And then initiative phase. All right, this one submits.
Oh.
The north side. So this one here just kind of stops fighting. This one's still fighting.
Please have multiples for Aranglor, Varen, and Anatar.
Aranglor, Varen, Anatar.
Thank you.
Okay, is anyone still rolling? Alright, here we go. So Chandrax Enlarge has 45 rounds to go. Oh, actually 44. Tenzi the 8 on Musashi. 10 rounds. And time now is 12:02 a.m. First up is Chandrak.
So after Chandrak had enlarged Ashriel, he started looking through the books again, and was talking to Dante. And he's like, "Okay, so I think I'd like to get your suggestion and your Tasha's, your changed self and your unseen servant. Obviously, I can't copy them now, but those sound good to me."
Yeah, Dante's happy to exchange that for the spells that Charm Person, Cat's Grace, Tongues and Fireball, with a couple of 1,000 gold pieces thrown in to make it a fair exchange.
Yeah. So me and Chandrak will just be negotiating with Dante this round.
Alright. Anatar.
Alright, Anatar will come out of the tower. 6. And the one in the south is the one still fighting, right?
The one in the middle.
Okay, yeah, cool. Wow. Alright. I don't know if the thing's gonna turn to face or not. He's gonna hit it.
Anatar is.
Yes.
It really can't. Because of its elongated body.
There.
So, it's going to be Shieldless Flank. So, -4 versus AC 6 hits, and you cause 23 damage. And then Dante is negotiating for spells, right?
Yeah.
Bombosa.
Let's see. Bombosa will come out from where he's been hiding. He's gonna move too much to keep stealth, but he wasn't gonna get a backstab anyway. He's not stealthed. He's just gonna take a swing.
Alright, Shieldless. Oh, he
And
rolls a
that'd- and that'd be a great
1.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Should've stayed
he's
hidden, Bombosa.
he's got a poop. We
Everybody poops.
There should be an animated. There it is.
The
For
first one
chat
of this
there.
game.
Huh?
That's the first one of.
That is the
of
first one
today.
this session. Yeah, first one this session.
That's a little crazy.
And Taco Tuesday says poop as well. All right. Next up is Asher.
Looks like we're looking at 9 squares to get directly behind the thing, so she will do that. Come on. take an attack with a +4 for invisibility.
So for our viewers, this poop symbol is critical fumble. Lose all actions and 2 AC penalty. All actions including free actions. Alright, so Asher comes up behind and crits the larva with a 19. So 15, negative 15 versus AC 6 is definitely a hit, and confirmed crit for 13 damage. Ooh, he survives. Karen Glore.
Aranglor dances out of the tower. Well, it's only gonna get him. Oh no, hold on. 11 and 12. Sweet. As long as they have 1 + 2.
Alright, Cameron Glore. He comes up to the shieldless front. Well, that's not technically a threatened square, so it'll be a shieldless flank. Negative 8 versus AC 6 hits, causing 16 damage. Alright. So just then, combat technically ends. Let's skip to the end of round, because the last... Oh, go ahead and describe how you slay it as well, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, it's got a bunch of like little legs, right? So he like
Yeah.
slices through like 3 or 4 little legs that are real close together, and it kind of loses its balance and it falls that way, and it like crashes the rest of its legs, and it's like leaking ichor through them and slowly bleeding out.
Yummy. Alright. So, end of round, and just then, you hear this chittering in the sky,
Oh,
accompanied accompanied by the flapping of gargantuan wings, slowly through the air above.
Oh boy.
And suddenly, at the edge of the light, appears this creature.
Nice.
Oh, were these your caterpillars? My mistake.
And okay, so it's moving pretty fast and reaches the end of its move there. You can tell it's not very maneuverable. Its maneuverability class is E. And it is about
Where they just have to fly in a straight line forever.
no,
I'm
at
kidding.
E at E it is a 45-degree turn every other round.
Wow.
So that means 360 divided by 45. is 8. So it has to make 8 turns, and it takes 16 rounds to do that. So once it passes over, it takes 16 minutes to turn back around and complete a loop.
Yikes.
Alright, and its altitude is just over the top of your tower. The tower is 2 stories, so it's about 30 feet altitude. So jet with a 3. And initiative. And for our viewers, like I said earlier, Roll20 is fucked up right now, so the animations aren't working like they're supposed to. This one is set to loop, so it should just keep flapping and flapping, but it's not working right now. When they did their new toolbar, they really messed up a lot of stuff. There's like glitch after glitch after glitch on the forums right now. That's new toolbar related. Are we done rolling? Anyone still rolling?
Yes,
I'm
sorry.
still rolling.
Okay.
Would you say that the T-Rex is, what, 15 or 20 feet tall?
I would say that it's half its length in height. So they are 50 feet long, so probably about 25 feet tall.
Okay.
And then the Minotaur with his weapon has a 15-foot reach, so that'll
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
yeah.
So he'll need his 2 attacks, please.
Wait. Didn't hear. What was Shandrak's question? Sorry.
How tall Yong was, the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Ah,
And I said about half the body length is also its height. So they're 50 feet long, T-Rexes are, so about 25 feet tall. And when you combine that height with the reach that the Minotaur has, he's able to strike the moth in the air with his Minotaur axe. Okay, is anyone still rolling?
yeah, almost done.
Because the normal reach of a halberd is 2 squares, and he's a large creature, so he adds an extra square to that. So it's
Oh, sorry,
15 feet. Go ahead.
Before we finish, Jim had actually rolled prayer for last round rather than letting that fizzle. Can he just have done that?
Oh yeah, go ahead and turn on the, or drop the. Where's the spell AoE for that?
I have it.
And that was Jim's prayer. So we'll call this prayer 1.
And last
Prayer 1. How many rounds?
should be 10. I'm double checking. Yes, 10.
And those who are affected are Varen, Brian Druid, the T-Rex, the Minotaur, the Mothra, Oh, you can remove the shit now.
Yeah.
The guy who had the shit, Bombosa,
Yeah.
Karen Glore is affected, and also the last caterpillar. Everyone else is either inside of the building or taking cover behind it, and don't quite get the effect. What is that? Airdrin isn't quite close enough.
Yeah, no.
It has to be at least half his square. Like the AoE has to touch the middle of his square at least, and it doesn't quite. It's like right on the edge.
Is Adrian hiding?
Yes.
isn't.
Okay,
Oh, he's
so
not?
Jim on.
He's
Well,
invisible
no,
right
after
now.
yeah, he took his shot last round, and so he was reloading. So I don't think he had time to hide again.
Yeah.
Oh, well then Jim can just take a 5-foot step.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you get him, and that's about it. Doesn't get Ryer.
Okay, cool. I mean, not cool that I didn't get it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
It's
do
all
what you
good.
can do.
It's all good.
And then you can delete that spell token.
Yeah. Last of my people.
Right, and everyone's finished rolling initiative, correct?
Yep.
Alright, so here we go. Chandrax enlarged, Tenzi's aid. Prayer 1, time now is 12:03 a.m. September 17th. What was shit?
Sorry, I forgot. It looks like I forgot to put in Gargamon's multi. Sorry about that.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you did.
Drop Jim's necklace.
Alright, first up is Asher.
Alright, Asher is going to jog.
Gonna jog around.
That's 8 so far. So let's talk about this thing I'm thinking about. If the T-Rex, she wants to save the rest of her movement to get closer. I'm thinking about climbing the T-Rex and jumping off its head. What do we think?
Okay. It's just gonna take movement to get over there. To its all the way to the tip of the tail. Okay, and then movement to run along its body. I'm gonna need 1 climb check,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say a dexterity check. But you jogged, right?
So she's jogged 6 squares, so she has a bunch of movement remaining, but she's gonna save it and see if the T-Rex gets closer to her.
Ah, okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to run up its tail from the very tippy tip, all the way up to the head, and make 1 climb check and 1 dex check. The climb check is to get up the back because it's kind of steep. Okay, and it's gonna be the condition is gonna be, it's not rope and wall, but the next best one is like tree. Yeah, I think yeah, I think it should be about as easy as climbing up a tree. So it's gonna be
totally reasonable. All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait for the thing to get closer and then try that.
Yeah. So it should be pretty easy for her to do it. And Asher is waiting, so Tenzi.
Ken's just going to walk out and see what all the fuss is about. And he'll spy this thing, and he's just going to stand there and hope it doesn't come out. That'll be it for 10.
Alright. Dante.
Dante's looking over the new spells he's acquired, or put a copy to his spell book.
Oh, you're going to cast copy?
No. I'm just looking through the spells. I'm not going to do them at the moment.
Okay. Varen.
Varen needs. So this thing is how high in the air? I'm sorry to keep asking that.
It is exactly over the top of your tower, which is 30 feet. It's going to be basically dragging its abdomen tip
So he needs
across the top of the tower.
Squares horizontally to get where it is.
2 squares horizontally,
But he-
6
Oh,
squares
I think-
vertically.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Two squares.
yeah. If you're gonna fly up to it, you might have to wait because it's so close. You're on the ground right now.
Yeah. What if he flies at
You'd
20 feet, and gets the under it?
Yeah, you would fly right up underneath it and be able to stab it.
I'm gonna do that.
And I really wish this token would animate because it's freaking gorgeous. This token is so cool looking.
Yeah. I think
even-
it animated when you first put it on the screen, when you showed the token.
Yeah, for some reason that's the only time. There it goes. I had to turn enable animated graphics off and then on, and now it's going. Okay, so Varen flies up underneath the moth, striking at its underbelly, which is essentially shieldless flank. Okay, so -1 versus AC 6 is a hit. You cause 9 damage to basically Mothra.
And we'll go shield.
And you've also got a shield. Oh, and then as soon as I change its health, it stopped animating again.
Oh no. Lower ground.
Alright, you smash it in the belly. Shieldless flank, -8 versus AC 6 hits, causing another 10 damage.
Fighting.
So you're essentially flying along underneath its body, beating it up from underneath. Just imagine that, a long moth abdomen flying underneath, seeing all of its fuzzy segments. Alright, with your right talon, you managed to crit it with a natural 18, -9 versus AC 6 hits. So the crit is confirmed. You cause 11 damage. And then you roll a 1. So, but you do have to move at least half your horizontal movement in order to stay aloft and not fall.
So let me give him the shit real quick.
And so that was another. Oh, that was 16 damage from the crit, not 11. Okay.
So he's moved
minus
4. He needs to move another 12, I think.
Bambosa.
Does the thing get a attack of opportunity as he has to finish his movement?
Oh yeah, because he passed right through its threatened squares, didn't he? Yeah, it does get a rear attack of opportunity. And it bites. Sort of melee. It's going to have higher ground because you pass underneath it.
Yep.
And no modifiers. And back attack, -11 versus AC -2 is a hit. It does not crit, causes you 19 damage from the bite. And if you look at the bite damage, it's nothing to shake a stick at. It's 3d10 damage is pretty good damage.
Alright, and then Bombosa is going to come over to this caterpillar and go tauntaun in it and try to hide in shadows there.
Alright. Going full tauntaun. And Gargamond.
Alright, after taking a little bit around to calm Yang down, yeah, it's gonna spur him on.
Sperm
Underneath.
on.
Underneath the moth. Okay. Oh. Okay, sorry, I don't know. I'm having a weird glitch. I think I need to reload my page where none of the tokens are moving. It's weird.
Yeah,
Sorry,
mine stopped moving too, and I just toggled enable animated graphics, and it's not working at all.
No, I mean like I was trying to highlight Young and Gargamond, and I wasn't able to highlight them, and I just tried to move Young, and I wasn't able to move them either.
Make sure that your arrow tool is selected. Maybe you hit one of the keys and switch to like measuring tool or drawing freehand or something. Should be the select move tool. Which is Control S. If you hit Control S, it'll switch to the select move tool.
Okay. I'm reloading right now. Sorry. Oh, almost there. Come on. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, thank you. So, Gargamond will position Yang underneath the giant moth, and then Gargamond uses halberd and cleave right up onto him.
Alright.
Hit the bottom of his wing.
And he is a High Master, so make sure you use High Mastery. I think there's actually just a button for his axe.
Yes, there is.
Alright. Basically, from underneath is going to be shieldless flank. So -12 versus AC 6 hits. And you cause 17 damage to Mothra. And Chandrak.
Chandrak is going to try to take a 5-foot step. Let's see, can he? This is where he's at. Yeah, there it is. Yep, so he can take a 5-foot step outside and then try to cast slow on the gargantuan moth.
Alright. Find slow. Area effect is a 40 by 40 by 40 cube, so probably about, let's see, Mothra is 60 feet long and probably 30 feet tall. And the range is 570 feet, so you would be able to finagle it so that the slow spell only hits Mothra,
Excellent.
and Mothra gets a saving throw. Versus spell.
The -4, right?
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yep, there's definitely a glitch going on here. Because I can't select Mothra right now. Weird. So without trying not to cause any issues with my GPU. Or crashes. Good luck with that, I guess, because my tabletop is black. Alright, I'm going to just open a new tab. Not even going to bother closing that old one. Alright. I am refreshed. And I can select Mothra now. Okay. So that was a high mastery attack from Gargamond with his halberd +5, right? Shieldless flank, -12 versus AC6 hits. You cause 17 damage to Mothra from underneath.
Oh no, wait. The last thing was Chandrak casting slow. That was the last thing.
That was it. Okay, so I already did the damage for that. Saving throw versus spell with a -4. So saves. Spell -4. Enter. And Mothra. I don't know. Mothra is kind of a druid. So I'll say. Let's see, priest. 19. Wow. Rolled a 1
Huh.
and failed to save, so Mothra is now slowed. And slow is a little snail. We'll call it slow 1 and track it that way. So slow 1 +1 add, and the duration on your slow.
Oh, 13 rounds.
And Chandrak gets 150 points.
Nice.
And with that, let's take our final break. It's only going to be a 3-minute because I know Dante needs to get to bed soon. It's almost time to end the session. So we'll take a quick 3-minute break and be right back. Something happened to my music. Oh, it ended. Track ended. Got 10 seconds left. Dante here?
Oh yeah.
And Chandrak, are you here? Is Tenzi here?
Yep.
And Asher, are you here?
Here.
Okay. So we'll move on without Chandrak, because none of his characters have turns in a while. Next up is Musashi.
Yeah, he's moving forward to get a better look at this huge thing, and he's going to fire an arrow into it.
It's nice and lit up by this necklace of continual light, for the most part. And it's not very far from you. I think your horizontal distance is greater than the vertical distance. So, whatever that is for the range, and
So glad we made those necklaces.
yeah. And I think if you wanted to, you could, attach things to arrows, like, or even,
Oh, that's a neat idea.
yeah, like a bead or something, or like a. It'd have to be something hard, or even the arrow itself.
Yeah, I was just about to say the arrow. Yeah, the arrowhead probably would take a long time to deteriorate.
Yeah, although if the arrowhead stuck into the creature, it would go dark. But if you did the arrow
Yeah,
itself,
fair.
then, yeah. I think wood would probably take, like a year to deteriorate or something. Alright, so Musashi shoots Mothra. That is front shieldless. It's got a really wide body, so that's definitely from the front. So -7 versus AC 6 hits, and you cause 4 damage with your sheaf arrow. 4 damage. Okay, next up is Karanglor with a spell, I'm assuming, because his two
Yeah, he
turns are next to each other.
He casts Fly on himself. That's going to last 110 rounds.
Okay, I won't even bother putting it on the TOT.
And Asher is going to go ahead, and she has 18 squares of movement remaining, so 14 will get her to Dinosaur Tail. And she
Okay.
will use the last 4 to start
Running
moving
up
up
his
the
body.
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, and then Jim.
Jim was kind of hanging out to see if anybody needed healing or something. Everybody looks alright. He's hanging out.
Alright, Ryer.
Ryer is going to try to sing an inspiring song to make people's hits better.
Okay. Ryer. Rally. +1 to hit. And -3. And actually, on second thought, I am going to put Karanglor's Fly.
110 rounds.
Fly. Okay. Because we are really close to the end of the session.
Fair.
And I'm not sure we're going to be able to finish the encounter by then. Alright, Zalmond.
Solynod moves to get a better look at this creature. And he's going to go back into here and just watch through the murder holes.
Alright, Airdrin.
Erdrin, he'll be reloading and moving towards the fortress to hide behind the wall.
All right. Asheville.
Asheville will fly, gain some altitude to be on top of this creature.
Okay. It is 60 feet long, so probably about 30 feet tall. And it's 30 feet in the air, so you'd have to get to 60-foot elevation.
I'll go to 70, so I'm on top of it.
All right.
And
You wouldn't be able to reach it from 10 feet away, because Greatsword has a reach of 1.
so 65.
Just 60. Elevations are kind of hard to track when it comes to squares. We just kind of track in increments of 10 feet. It's I think we'd have to, I don't know, the best way to track, because you're supposed to be able to track exactly what your altitude is, like down to the nearest foot. So if you were 631 feet in the air, you'd have to track that. But on here, the best way to do it is by tens of feet. Just because it takes a token marker. If token markers could have 2 digits, that would be awesome. But only 1 so far.
Is this regenerating, cold using inflammable, avian, or undead?
I'm going to give you avian because from what I know of creatures with gossamer wings are really flammable because of that weird powder that's on them. So I'm going to give you avian, which I think is the worst out of all of them. With the most damage. I'm pretty sure moths can actually catch themselves on fire if they get too close to a candle flame and stuff.
I think that's
Like
right.
in mid-flight. So, if you are above Mothra, that would be shieldless flank, so -3
And
versus AC 6, and you'd have higher ground. Yeah, -3 versus AC 6 hits. Looks like you gave yourself higher ground, but not +4 to hit.
Oh, you want me to redo it?
Yes, please. And yeah, shieldless flank. And make sure you give yourself higher ground. There we go. Okay, -10 versus AC 6 hits. And you cause even more damage now, so 30 damage. And your other sword? You have 2 swords?
You.
+4 no dachi. So for viewers, this is Ashriel, the angel. And he's fighting with a flame tongue and an Odachi +4. Okay, shield is flanked -8 versus AC 6 hits. For another 40 damage.
Thank you, Chandra.
It's an effective use of the enlarge spell.
Yeah. And Anatar's casting a spell.
Yeah, so he's gonna turn face Mothra. He's gonna cast Hold Monster, and since it's only attacking one, the saving throw is a -3, and then is that the -4 from slow on top of that?
Yes. So it'll be a -7 to the saving throw. And if it works, it'll come crashing down out of the sky.
I was hoping that'd be the case.
Okay, so save. Spell. -7, enter. PR 19. Not multi-class, not triple classed. So it fails, and it takes 30 feet of falling damage.
Nice.
How far is the falling feet? 30. For an additional 10 damage. And it is held, no longer
For 10
airborne,
rounds.
and combat is over because there are no combatives. And it can be slain as you see fit.
Well, he just fell down right next to Yong, so he'll start digging in.
Okay, so Yang kind of moves up to the head and just kind of bites in and rips off the head segment just in one bite. And he gets a mouthful of like crunchy exoskeleton and hair. And then the good goo starts coming out of the body where the head was, and he can just kind of like lap it up without having to bite. All right.
And the
It's like
juice.
TV.
So we've got 3 larva is insectoid larva gargantua. The larva are worth 14,000 each. Number of player characters was 4. NPCs who earn XP was 11, if I'm not mistaken. Creatures defeated in the encounter was 2 of them. And they have 20 hit dice each. Number of warriors and bards was it 8?
I'll take a picture. Yes, 8.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, and then Mothra. Is worth 24,000. So 1 insectoid gargantua 24,000. 4 player characters, 11 NPCs. 1 creature defeated. Hit dice per creature is 30. Warriors and Bards 8. Alright, and I'm going to flip you guys over to the landing page. You can finish from there. Did anyone gain a level? There was big chunks today of
Yeah,
experience.
Dante's another level.
Nice. You guys earned
Figure it out until after.
approximately 14,000 today. Approximately. Maybe more.
Too lucrative.
66. Yeah.
Argamon's
Slash
getting
R,
closer.
630 plus 2.
I was a little bit looking forward to jumping off a dinosaur. We'll have to do that another day.
I like where your head was at.
Almost 14,000, just like 130 short. That's a total for PCs with 1 class. PCs with 2 classes still got that, but it's divided among their classes, so. And then, of course, you should have gotten some role-playing bonuses and spell bonuses and whatnot for most of the characters. And did Dante gain in 1 class or both?
Question.
Both?
I think just one. No,
Just one?
I think just priest.
Just priest.
What level is he in priest now, if you don't mind? If it's hard to ask.
Yeah, he's 6 level.
Ooh, that's nice.
Nice.
So for our viewers, Dante started off as Bard, so he could get the good hit points out of the 3 classes. And then he switched to Specialty Priest of Isis, which is actually a multi-classed mage priest. Even though you're human, you're still multi-class, so you can kind of break the rule that humans cannot be multi-classed with certain priesthoods. There are a lot of priesthoods that break a lot of the rules, so that's one of them. And so he is now a level 10 bard, and he's coming up as priest, you said. So mage 5, priest 6. And it's actually mage cleric. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what they're... And probably should have gotten some new spell slots.
One new level 3 spell as a priest.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Church.
And specialty priest of Isis.
Level 3s.
I think Isis is intermediate. They could be any non-evil alignment. They could be proficient with any weapon. and they can wear any armor. And of course, if you wear armor, though, it interferes with your wizard spells.
Yeah.
They have major access to all astral, charm, combat, creation, divination, elemental, guardian, healing, necromantic, protection, and sun. At level 1, they get magic resistance of 5% per level. So that is 25% for him currently. And then once he gets to level 10, in both classes, obviously, you never fail a saving throw caused by magic attacks.
Wow.
So
Whoa.
your spell saves always pass. Which
That's
that's a
badass.
very powerful ability. Very powerful class. Because
Asher
of
might convert.
that.
Yeah. Tell Hero where to go.
But that's for the priesthood.
Yeah.
The priesthood. And then sorry, what did you say, Dante?
No, I was just going to say, tell Hero where to go. Join ISIS.
Oh yeah.
Jim never will.
Yeah.
Hera is not known for being a forgiving goddess.
No. She's
See.
yeah.
5th level priest. You get access to 3rd level spells. That's the good stuff like prayer.
I thought it was 6th level, so yeah, he's got a couple of 3rd level spells.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of his wisdom. The only way you can switch classes in 2nd is if you have 17 or higher in the prerequisites of the class you're switching to. And Dante rolled really well on his stats and has been planning that switch over from character creation. So, and eventually he's going to have a lot of spells because he already has spells as a bard and he's getting spells as a wizard and as a priest. And his priest side has major access to elemental, like, period. It's not like a cleric. So it's clerics have like access to water and earth elemental, and it only goes up to like level 3. And then so you have access like a druid, Dante. You have like access to all the elemental pre-spells. So eventually you'll be able to do things like, you know, summon fire elementals and water elementals, and use the there's a spell called Chariot of Sistar. It's a really powerful fire spell. It creates this magical chariot that flies, and it like catches things on fire as it goes. Does metric fuck tons of damage. And then there's other stuff you can do. Like eventually you'll be able to summon tsunamis and cause earthquakes and shit like that. So pretty.
Too much power in Dante's hands.
Yeah, pretty awesome stuff you'll be able to do. All right. Any other level ups or anything from any characters?
Oh, just inching closer.
Okay. Any questions, comments, or concerns? I've been kind of concentrating on making the swamp monsters because there's swamps are really hard to travel through, so you're kind of there for a while if you go into swamps, and they have the most frequent. The swamp has the most frequent encounter checks and the highest check out of any terrain. I think mountains. No, it's a forest. 24 hours you can have encounters in the forest. 24 hours a day. But the check in forest is a 3 or lower on a D10. Swamp is the same, but it's a 4 or lower on a D10. 24 hours a day. So for each of those sections of the day on the guard shift table, there's a check.
Yeah, I have not been surprised at how many encounters we've been having. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But they were fun
Uh,
encounters.
Yeah, just tonight you
Yeah,
had
that's true.
two encounters back to back. Like, not as far as hour by hour, but a section of the day, because there's 6 4-hour, sections or windows in the day where you can have encounters, and the encounter happens on a random hour in each of those, 6 sections. So 2 encounters, 2 hours apart is pretty rare unless you're in the swamp. All right.
Gonna have to be trudging through it once someday.
Yeah.
There's only
and
that
then-
one square of safety, and then we're gonna have to go in it eventually.
Yeah, you'll have.
Yeah, we're going back.
You'll have a little bit easier time in the hills, and then it'll get difficult again once you get on the other side. Obviously, in the swamp. Is everyone able to make it to next week's session?
I'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I will schedule next week's session for 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, as usual. And I've been trying to get to that honeydew list for the spells, but there's a couple more monsters I need to make. And actually, this kaiju encounter replaced one of the ones that I don't have. So I put in kaiju. But you can encounter insectoid gargantua in swamps here. So it's one of the encounters. I just made it a DM special. So yep, that's about it. So for our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you notice, I switched our charity to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. If you watch the Hallmark channel, you'll see commercials for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital almost constantly on there. It's I think it's the largest St. Jude facility in the world. I'm pretty sure it's in Houston, Texas. But that's where they get a lot of their results. As far as research and curing cancer for children. So that's the one that I chose for our new charity, and the goal is $100. And I'm gonna be running charity streams throughout the week. I ran one last night for probably about 4 or 5 hours. For while I was doing GM prep. And I'll probably run another one tomorrow evening, probably 7 p.m. Pacific time. What would that be? 10 p.m. Eastern. So for a lot of people, that's going to be after bedtime, I realize. But I have to work too, so I'm off at 5 p.m. and I usually don't get home until about 6 or 6:30. So, but I'm glad you came in and watched today for our viewers, and hopefully we'll see you, if not during those world building charity streams, then hopefully next week when we pick up again in the swamps south of Hang Mai in Adria on the orb of Solynod Hex. Hopefully we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Later.
Have a good week.